So as long as he ain't asking for nothing like, one of my kids and half of my house and a couple of dollars, I give him a couple of dollars though. I ain't tripping. He can have my pup.
Kids.
Yeah, he can have all Marcy's kids. Yeah, he can have. That's what's up. Reggie Bush. Y'all got a lot of USC people around Baltimore. Reggie Bush is a free agent for Miami. We'll see. He got the new wife, girlfriend. Did he get married or something? He's engaged to the girl. Look like Kim Kardashian clone. Like, I don't understand it. You go with you. That's a whole nother show. You break up with a girl and you go get a girl look just like the girl that you was messing with. Like, that's crazy. Wes Welker from the Patriots. Wes Welker. Wow. Jerry Jones has a lot of money. I'm not saying you should go to Dallas. I'm just saying Jerry got a lot of money. That's all I'm saying. Mike Wallace from the Steelers, the wide receiver, I thought he was going to get a franchise tag, and I guess D. Brown was wrong for once because they like, you're right. We're not doing that. So, Mike Wallace, you need to find a job. Come to D. Brown Sports Show. I got 3 chairs for you, Mike Wallace. You can take your pick. Ron Clady, the offensive tackle for Denver. Peyton Manning, if you don't want another neck injury, give him a couple of dollars. Borrow some money from your brother. I don't care. Get some. Your daddy got some money. Somebody better loan that boy some money so Ron Clady can get paid. Anthony Spencer from the Cowboys. I think he already got released or he got cut because he had a bad situation. He did something that was real stupid. I think he was the one that had the drunk driving charge. Maybe I think after his teammate passed away. Jake Long from the Miami Dolphins. Jake Long is a stud. He has long arms. He's not a crybaby. He plays injured. So, Miami, you're going to have to pay Jake Long or Reggie Bush. You better take your choice. If you ever plan on getting a quarterback, you better be able to protect him with the offensive tackle. And Dwayne Bowe from Kansas City, who, by all counts, statistic-wise, Dwayne Bowe, he can pretty much do it. So I want you to call in Baltimore 410-481-1010. I know Ravens is, the Super Bowl is over, and you was blowing my phone up when when the Ravens was on their way to the Super Bowl. Everybody had their opinion. But listen, the Ravens going to have to get some pieces in there, man. They're going to have to get some pieces to replace Ray, and they'll get both of their cornerbacks this year from injury. So they'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? So I said on my show a couple of weeks ago, I told everybody, I said, listen, the NFL stand for not for long. And everybody every time I say that, everybody laugh at me. Well, there's a guy, JT Johnson, I think he's maybe a first-year agent. I said it's not going to last long, so he went and signed the wide receiver, the big kid from Tennessee, who's a stud. And he was happy because all he could see was that first-round money. He's like that 3%. That first-rounder is about to be on and popping. I'm buy my wife some red bottoms and get a new house. And the kid's name is Justin Hunter. And the kid, Justin Hunter, wound up sending a letter to the NFLPA and firing JT before he ever got a check. So now JT is
sad.
Yeah, he ain't broke, but okay. Anyway, so let me give you my rundown about this sports agency thing. This is going to be my last battle cry. All-in-one agencies are not good. You don't want nobody controlling the whole. You don't want nobody controlling the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody controlling everything about your money. Okay, hold on for me. We got to call on line one. Sandra, welcome to the D. Brown Sports Show. Hey, Sandra, how you doing?
Good evening, D. Brown. Glad to hear you back.
Thank you.
I have a suggestion. I think they should split the Ravens pot. I don't think they should put all the money in one basket because this is just his first Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. I think they should wait and see on this next Super Bowl.
Well, you talking about Flacco?
Yes.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. It's not like getting a running back or, some elite quarterbacks are hard to come by. It's only about 5 or 6 of them.
But you don't know who he's going to be this season starting. It might be his second brother. Okay? Don't be too quick to holler.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not really big on. Even when I was an agent, I wasn't really big on doing long-term deals. Mm-hmm. They give him something crazy like 10 years of $200 million or something crazy like that. I get what you're saying because he might lunch out after this year. He got married. His wife about to have another baby. So I don't know how he gonna act walking and feeding the baby at 3:00 in the morning. I don't know what he gonna do.
He's got a baby already.
He got a little baby, like
okay.
one maybe.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes, ma'am.
They need to let the 49er quarterback go.
Which one?
The one that played in the Super Bowl.
Kaepernick?
Yeah, he's not ready yet.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. When you jump out there and put all of your eggs behind a guy, you got to kind of ride it out. Even if you know it might not be the right decision. Mm-hmm. Like me, when I jump out there and say something and I might think, oh, man, that might not, my PR say that wasn't right. I got to still ride it out because I got a big mouth, and I already done jumped out there. So they had to ride it out. I think they were ready for him. I think Alex Smith might have gave him a better chance of winning because he's going to sit back there in the pocket and just throw the ball. And, so that might have been,
Listen,
we'll see.
I could have did better than that.
But you know what? He about to get paid, though.
Hey, can I say one more thing?
Yes, ma'am.
What's up with the Steelers? What they going to do with the Steelers?
Man, you know what? Here's the thing. Mendenhall, the running back, I don't think he's going to sign back. And the really fast kid that played for them, Mike Wallace, I thought they would give him the franchise tag. They basically told him to get on the light rail and get out their face. So basically, he could wind up in Baltimore. I mean, I'm a real big fan of Anquan Bolden. I'm just hoping that the Ravens find it some kind of way to save him. Not save him, but, pay him the money because he said he was going to retire if he did. And that's, he basically definitely helped them win the Super Bowl.
All they got to do is just move some of that money towards Antoine and them. Don't give it all to Flacco at one time because, like I said, he might bring the second Flacco back this year.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't be so quick to jump out there, okay?
Sandra, thank you so much for calling D-Brown Sports Show.
All right,
bye-bye. Oh, my God, Sandra's off the chain. I love her.
The second brother. I like that.
Yeah. Well, Flacco has a brother that's going to be in the draft this year. He plays tight end, so he's going to be in the draft this year. So I was about to give you my dissertation on the all-in-one agency. Listen, you don't want one company to control all your stuff. All you players out there that think you're going to make it to the NFL or the NBA, Major League Baseball, let me give you a lesson. You do not entrust one person with all of your money. See, so what you do is you go out, you get yourself a manager, you get yourself a nice lawyer, because if anything go crazy, the manager ain't going to leave and the lawyer's not going to leave. You don't let nobody control your money but you. See, when you got them companies that say, okay, we're going to do your marketing, we're going to do your finances, we're going to represent you, and we're going to be your attorney, then they getting, instead of 3%, they go up to like 8-9%. 8-9% of 20 million is, do the math. Carry the 1, subtract the 2, do what you got to do. All right? So that's what's happening with a lot of these big agents. And it's against the NCAA rules. A lot of agents are going to social media, Twitter, Facebook. They Facebooking kids. The guy told the NCAA, well, I ain't do anything wrong. They said, yeah. They put up his Twitter account. We would love to talk to you about your future. Put the phone number and everything. So basically, he is the number one contender for D. Brown's dumbest ever list. Social media is everywhere. You can't escape it. Once you do it, you do it. All right. So in line 1, we got my main man, Fred. Fred, welcome to the D. Brown Sports Show.
Hey, my main man, the sports guy.
Fred, what's happening, baby?
Always a pleasure to hear you on the air, son. Hey. Always a pleasure. Just sitting there basking in my Raven room.
Fred, I can't. My week not right if I don't hear from you, Fred. How's everything, man?
Everything is fine. Now I started to go with DC and see RG wannabe, see what he was doing. But
yeah, they say he might be back before the season starts.
Yeah, I hope he get it. I hope they didn't hurt him too bad.
Hey, Fred, we ready to rock and roll with the Baltimore Orioles, right? We ready to get ready.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, they talking about Jeter's back.
Like an Oreo party.
That's right. Look, they say Jeter's back with New York, and I guess that was supposed to make me scared, and A-Rod got the hip thing, and they went out and spent some crazy amount of money. B-More, I'm going to need y'all to stand up. Orioles, baby, we was right there last year. We was right there, so, they did they did a great job over there, man. So, Fred, I know you ready.
Oh, yeah, got my gear, put my gear together now.
All right, Fred, I appreciate you, baby.
D. Brown, have a good one, man. But maybe they put you on 5 days a week.
Hey, listen, call them to the station, tell them to find me some money, man. I got a daughter big so much her hands are like cups.
I'm going to pass the hat around the neighborhood so we can't get you on there, brother.
I appreciate it, brother. Thanks a lot.
All
right. That's my man, Fred. Fred and Patrick Ransom, those my two Baltimore soldiers. They going to ride or die.
Fred is our number one fan.
Yeah, Fred is my guy. Like, shout out to Patrick Ransom. That's my guy. His brother Bino coaches down at the University of Maryland. That's my dude. Fred's my dude. They call me, check on me, man. Merry Christmas. Those my guys right there. So, listen. So the sports agent basically, they done went to the Twitter and they done lunched out. And the NCAA they've made it so in certain states, they lock you up for doing that. Like, they treat you like you're a straight criminal when you do certain things against, because they feel like you're taking players' amateur athletics from them. So they lock you up. That's what they do. them southern states. I don't know how Drew Rosenhaus is still living in Florida, but that's how they do. Whatever. All right. So that's that. Listen, it's Black History Month. I wanted to bring this to your attention because I know you got some coaches, some really good coaches up here in Baltimore. You got my man, Coach Bo's been over at Morgan State. Fang Mitchell's been here since Chris, probably before you was even born. Fang Mitchell was at Coppin State. Like, somebody know how long Fang Mitchell been in Coppin State? Call me, 410-481-1010. I know he's been here at least 25 years, maybe. At least, because I was subtracted to. Yeah, he been here at least 25 years, I know. So I want to bring your attention to my man Clarence Big House Gaines. He was coaching Winston-Salem State. He coached Earl to Pearl Monroe. He was at one time had the most victories of any college basketball coach. They kept trying to lie to y'all saying Dean Smith and all that. That's crazy. Like, no, that's not how that worked. You know, Big House was definitely a pioneer, and he was the only coach in history to win his conference's football coach of the year and basketball coach of the year. So shout out to Big House Gaines. That's my man. You know, rest in peace, sir. All right, so now we got coming up later at about 2:30. We got my man Ray Farmer. Ray Farmer is I wanted to do a piece on amateur athletics and talking about like the little kids, because some kind of way all these parents are running around thinking their son gonna make it to the NFL and the NBA, and that's not how that's gonna work. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's just how it's gonna go down. Like, don't hang your head on them kids. Somebody told me one time, he said, I sent the player to him. I'm not going to say the player name. I sent the player to him out in Indiana, and he called me. He said, Derek, he might be the best in your neighborhood, but it's a million neighborhoods in this world. I said, wow. So he was the best in my neighborhood at that time. But when he got there, he was probably the 8th or 9th best player on the whole team. So, you know, parents, stop hanging your hat on these kids, man. Listen, if you got somebody that's going to give your kids some money to go to school, please, by all means, take it. I don't care what. If they say you don't have to pay anything, sign me up. My son ain't got to pay nothing. I don't care if it's Shippensburg, UDC, Metro University, the Blue Line. I don't care what it is. He going for free. Oh, yeah, sign me up. So we got my man Ray Farm calling in later. Marcy, let's talk about, before I even get into this whole NBA segment, that's crazy. Let's talk about my guy Oscar Pistorius. He was the double amputee that ran he ran the ankle leg for, I think it was France, in the Olympics, and he shot his girlfriend like twice in the head or something. Like, reports are saying she wanted to surprise him for Valentine's Day or something. Valentine's Day getting dangerous. Like, that's crazy. So, I don't know, they got him, he's locked up, and they're trying to sort through the situation. I don't know, Marcy's looking at me like I'm crazy, but that's just how it worked, okay?
Every gift begins with K.
Yeah, every gift begins with K, the open heart thing or something, I don't know. So, listen, we have the NBA All-Star Game coming up this weekend. And before I even get into this whole NBA All-Star segment, Marcy, my PR director, she has a problem because I don't know all the details of the story. Like, Marcy and Chris, y'all can give me the details. Dwight Howard, mama or the daddy?
His daddy.
His daddy did what?
His daddy had an interview with an Atlanta paper.
The Atlanta Journal-Constitution.
Okay. Thank you, Chris. But your daddy went to Atlanta to talk about your co-workers that's in L.A.,
what?
how they not treating your baby right. First of all,
that grown man?
Your grown man that makes millions.
Gazillions.
Okay.
He's stealing. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But your daddy had to have a sit-down interview.
What?
Yeah, he sat down with a reporter to talk about the coach.
Y'all kidding me.
His boss and his co-worker.
Okay, so basically, break this down. Dwight Howard daddy, who lives in Atlanta, was talking to a paper about Kobe and D'Antoni.
Yes. Yeah. How he did.
Let's just call names. I mein, I ain't got time to decipher what's going on.
Okay, so Coach Dan and Kobe, his co-worker, which is
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant, because I'm not a big fan of him. I don't like his name coming on my lips.
Don't do that.
That's okay.
That's my dude.
I'm an OKC fan for life.
Yeah, that's okay.
But that's another story.
Right.
But so, Mr. Howard felt the need to go and talk to somebody about his son's injury and how Kobe was pushing him, and he didn't think that Kobe should be pushing him. First of all, grown man, you begged to get traded to play up to a league of none other, which the Lakers used to be, but are not anymore.
Oh my God.
So yeah, they not. Come on, if they are they 500 yet? I think the Bobcats got them, but that's a different story.
You know what? Here's the thing, and I don't care if you work at Staples, UPS, I don't care where you work at. I know my mom and my daddy ain't gonna go up to my job and talk to my supervisor about. So, I told everybody when Dwight left Orlando, I was like, he was so pressed to leave. I was like, listen, they was used to baby him in Orlando. They're not gonna baby him. When you go up through the halls of the Staples Center, all you see is championship. They're not gonna baby him. And Kobe Bryant, whether you like him, don't like him, dislike him, whatever, one thing you can call him a crybaby, whatever. He is a winner. He gonna win at any cost. He'll probably cut his leg off if it. Yeah, he.
Well, I guess Dwight didn't want to play with an injury.
Yeah, but you know what?
Come on now, you need to step up to the plate. This is what you begged for. You wanted that competition.
Yeah, what they say? Be careful what you beg for.
Okay. You wanted that grind. You wanted that.
Yeah.
And now you hurt, which you was hurt before you got here, and now you're saying, your arm is sore. I mean, my arm is sore. I go to work every day, too.
And you got to deal with me.
Exactly.
Lord have mercy.
And my daddy don't call nobody saying my baby arm hurt.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? For that much money, you shouldn't be doing no crime. That's what I'm going with.
No, for that much money, your daddy shouldn't be calling.
Right. So, I'm just like, listen, let's just go and, let's just play and just get it done. Like, Dwight Howard, I'm going to need you to man up. And you know what? I'm not going to even get into that because I got a whole NBA section on how that need to go down.
But hold on, one more thing.
So let's just take this call. We got my man Ray Farmer on line one. Ray Farmer.
How you doing, Dirk? What's going on, partner?
Welcome to the D Brown Sports Show. What's happening, Ray?
Nothing much, same old thing.
Yeah, listen, Ray, I wanted to have you on the show, man. I had a bunch of people I could have called. I was like, man, you know what? I trust this guy. Ray, you've been coaching youth sports for how long?
23 years.
23 years. I used to tell people when I coached, I said, listen, I love the kids. It's the parents that get on my nerves. Like, Ray, how do you, every year, in and out, I mean, I know you, Marlow Heights, Oxon Hill, the whole nine. How have you been able to just basically be able to just sustain it for 23 years? That's a long time.
But, the first and foremost, you got to build a relationship with the parents. They got to trust you, and you have to trust them.
Right.
The first day of practice, you just lay the law down. Let them know it's my team. If you want your child to play somewhere else, you take them somewhere else. It's my rules. My house, my rules. But it's a political way you have to do things, Dirk. I mean, if you have a parent meeting the first day of practice, let them know what's going on, what's expected of them and their kids.
Right.
Get everybody to sign a little contract.
Right. Now I wanted to ask you about that, Ray. Your the youth leagues you've basically participated in, that's Pop Warner, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so how long have Pop Warner had? Now, I know they had like a brawl or something in Florida, and then they started like having the parents sign like like some kind of agreement or something. How does that work?
Well, every parent has to sign a contract for their kids to play in the league. Then once you sign the contract, then once you get to the playoff regionals, you sign another contract.
Okay.
Travel. And it's like a participation contract, and if you break this participation contract with fightings or parents being rude to officials or coaches, they ask them to remove themselves from the facility as well as the kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's
deep.
Yeah, it's deep. Okay, so now, like, Ray, is there any because I've noticed this, like, I'll just be driving past and I've stopped because I played, high school, college, whatever, and it's. Have you noticed? I mean, have you ever noticed, like, maybe not in your team that you deal with, but I've noticed that a lot of Pop Warner coaches ask kids to do something that they couldn't even do when they were in high school. And I'm like, he's 7, he can't do that. Like, how do you deal with that?
Well, on my end, a lot of coaches try to live their dreams through these kids, and that's impossible. You can't ask a child to do something that you wouldn't do, or your child wouldn't do it. So you pretty much got to treat them equal. I mean, that's my philosophy as far as treating the kids equal. And you have to stroke each kid different. Some kids you can pretty much get on real hard. Some kids you just got to stroke them. It all depends their background, their home, and their upbringing.
Okay, cool. So Ray, you going into this will be your 23rd year, correct?
Yeah, this will be my 23rd year coming up.
And you coach at
I'm coaching at White Oak.
At White Oak, yeah, I saw White Oak, and is Juan Winters. Is Juan Winters on your staff?
Yeah, Juan Winters. Yep.
Yeah, Juan played high school football. I mean, he was a stud. That guy. Easton. Yeah, he was a stud. That was my man. Shutdown corner number 2 behind Deion Sanders. Yeah, that was my guy. So you're coming up to your 23rd year. You guys in Pop Warner. You guys won the Maryland State last year?
No, we won the states last year, and we lost in the regionals last year.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so you'll be back this year, man. I'm definitely going to try to. I want to see if we can get we're going to have a forum for the parents, man, because there's a lot of things the NCAA doing to the kids, and the guy somebody from the NCAA office told me if I ain't like it, do something about it. So I've been holding symposiums for free, just trying to instruct the parents of this is what we need to do to get these kids prepared, high school, college, and. It's funny because when I did it for free, nobody showed up. When we charged money, everybody and their mama showed up.
And that's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm like, that's a whole nother stuff. So, Ray, you come up to your 23rd year. You've basically seen it all, done it all. Is it one thing that you would like to see changed in youth athletics?
One thing I would like to see this weight thing go away and just play by age, kind of like AAU basketball where you have a 12 and under team. Well, they do have that in NYFL, AAU football. With the Pop Warner, I think they need to get away from the weight because playing football when I was coming up, you didn't weigh in every game. That's like a boxer. You weigh in before every fight. But they just can get away with the weight issue and just have age, like a 12U, a 10U, a 13U, because that's what's happening right now. So I say within the next 3 or 4 years. You can lock this down. The next 3 or 4 years, Pop Warner will be dead in this area.
Wow.
Because Grassroots going to take over.
Wow.
Pop Warner took over for Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
Now Grassroots going to take over. Grassroots forming their own league now.
Wow.
In the area. And matter of fact, they just put me on board on the committee with the FBU. So I'm on the FBU committee now. And that's going to be taken over in this area.
Wow. So you tell me your kid plays 85 and then his family have a family reunion. He eat one too many pieces of chicken and the next game he can't play because he overweight.
Can't play at all.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So, wow, Ray, well, look, man, I appreciate you calling in, man. Like I said, I didn't trust this whole conversation with anybody else but you. That's why I called you. And hopefully, man, we can get together soon, man. Me and my staff are going to try to get something together, man, for these youngins and just basically maybe try to have a camp and just try to school the parents on, man, what's really going on. I think they think. Now, let me ask you this before I leave. What's the percentage of parents I met a lady last year, she got in my face, told me her son was going to make it to the NFL, and I'm looking at the lady and I'm like, ma'am, just calm down. Like, how many parents do you think, just a percentage of, that's basically hanging their hat on their kid going to the next level, which is the National Football League?
Well, each parent hang their hat on that, and I'm a realist at it, Dirk. I tell these kids, we have 300 kids in our club, and I say out of this 300, only one of y'all going to make it to the league. So,
wow.
Honestly, get all the education you can get. The more you learn, the more you earn. If you don't book, you don't bowl. So the percentage is 1% for real.
Right.
Out of 300 kids, only one gonna make it.
Right. Well, you know what?
That's the football.
That's the message. That's the message we need to send. I always tell my son, listen, if you get the books, you can buy the team, and then can't nobody tell you if you can play or not.
That's right.
So, all right, Ray, man. Well, I appreciate you, man. I'll get with you soon, man.
Okay, Dirk. Love you, Chief.
All right, love you too, man. That's my man, Ray Farmer from the White Oak. I think it's White Oak Warriors, man. That's my guy. He's been doing this for a long time. He coached at Oxon Hill High School, Oxon Hill Boys and Girls, Marlow Heights. He's did it consistently for 23 years. And, I always said if my son DJ, I was like, listen, if you're ready to play football, it's got to be somebody. Honestly, and I know a lot of people that do this. It's about 5 guys, Pop Jenkins, Ryan Germany, both play with me at Easton. Ray Farmer, Deion Jolly. I think he coached high school now. He don't even coach youth no more. And maybe a couple of other guys. My man Rodney Cephas up at Beacon House. I got to make sure I send my son with somebody where he going to be safe. I don't want nobody calling me talking about your son bent down the wrong way to hit somebody and he hit the hospital, because then we're going to have a whole nother problem. I ain't going to have no show, and we're going to really see how good my publicist is. So that's my take on that. Let's get to this NBA All-Star game. This is about to be crazy. Listen, Marcy, I need us to draft up something to basically send to the NBA, because fans should not be able to say who goes to the All-Star game or not.
Right. Yeah. So we going back to Dwight, huh?
Dwight Howard made the All-Star. Somebody call in 410-481-1010 and tell me how Dwight Howard made it to the All-Star game. Like, no, it's no way. Maybe I'm crazy.
I thought his shoulder was hurting.
Well, you get extra. You get a couple of dollars, All-Star, and then the girl from the housewives, she getting the money.
But still, if your shoulder hurt, you can't play during the regular season, which I said. Well, I don't know if they had 500 or not. But now you're going to the All-Star game.
Well, I don't know if he's playing, but he got, the fans voted him in. And, I think, it's a situation. Okay, so let me go to this. Derrick Rose, who had the knee injury for the Chicago Bulls, he's basically coming out saying, listen, he still feel like a little tweak in his knee. Excuse me, he has a tweak in his knee, so he's not even sure if he's going to even be back this year. And I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm praying like, look, you still a young guy, man. Like, sit out a whole nother year. I don't care, but when you come back, you're going to be full strength. My man Josh Smith for the Atlanta Hawks, they're trying to trade him to Brooklyn. I just want to say this. Knicks fans, my man John Bonacci, shout out to my man John Bonacci at FX Studios. He's a big Knicks fan. If they get Josh Smith from Atlanta, John is going to be one upset cookie. John, I don't know if you're still in your meet. Call me, 410-481-1010. Listen, they're trying to get Josh Smith to Brooklyn. They're not going to have to give up Lopez, and they're not going to have to give up Joe Johnson or Darren Williams. I don't care what else you got to give up for the rest of that crap. I don't care. Give them draft picks, Gerald Wallace. I don't care about none of that. Then one of the biggest travesties of the year, Steph Curry did not make the All-Star team. Steph Curry for Golden State, his daddy was Dale Curry, played for the Hornets. Steph Curry should have made the All-Star team. He didn't. But
Dwight Howard did.
I mean, I'm just saying. So these are a couple. I want y'all to check this out. These are a couple of snubs that now Dwight Howard got in. Okay, I get it. Chris Bosh got in. Chris Bosh. Anybody know Chris Bosh? Tell him call me 410-481-1010. Chris Bosh is some garbage. I'm going on record about saying it. I don't care.
He must have got in because that judge ruled for him on his child support case.
Yeah, they might feel sorry for me. I need a couple of dollars. I don't know. Okay, listen. So these are the people that didn't make it. Steph Curry didn't make it from Golden State, which is, he lights out. That's my dude. Your man from OKC, Serge Ibaka didn't make it. Serge Ibaka should have made it.
Come on, he is a beast.
Yeah, Serge Ibaka should have made it. Greg Monroe, Georgetown, my man. Shout out Greg from the Detroit Pistons. I guess because of the Pistons record, he didn't make it. And guess what? My man Paul Pierce from the Boston Celtics. How Paul Pierce didn't make the All-Star game, I do not know. Yeah, wow, it's right.
But Dwight Howard made it.
But I'm just going by the list. Okay.
His dad had something to do with that.
He must have told
his
people.
His dad probably called the All-Star committee, was like, listen, y'all better. Never mind. Okay. Josh Smith didn't make it. LaMarcus Aldridge from Portland didn't make it. And that's my guy. He can do it. So the reason why I got on this whole NBA thing is, okay, so let me answer this. Everybody get close to the radio, get close to your computer. I need you to send me emails. I don't care. Derek at dbrownsports.com. Listen. Stop this debate, man. Ever since LeBron went on this little 5 or 6 game tear, I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if I'm the bully on the playground, I'm bigger, stronger, faster than everybody else, then it's going to look like I'm greater than somebody. He was not greater than Michael Jordan. When he gets 6 rings and $1 trillion somebody buying his shoe and globally probably the face of the globe, then guess what? Besides President Obama, he's probably the second most known black man in the world. Then you can call me. LeBron got 1 ring. And check this out. LeBron got 1 ring, and he's on a team with another MVP. And Chris Bosh, he's some garbage, but, he is 6'11". You can't teach nobody how to be 6'11".
Yeah, he come through every now and again.
No, LeBron James is a stud. I know somebody they're probably going to start texting me and all that. He's a stud. But listen, don't put him in the same category with Michael Jordan.
No.
That's like me saying I got some crab cakes, and then I went and got some tuna fish. Like, you can't do that. You can't do that. So then they said, okay, well, he might not be better than Michael Jordan, but he better than Kobe Bryant. My PR person, she don't really like Kobe. Personally, I might got my little situation with him. You know what I'm saying? But please understand, Slim is a warrior. Listen, and I love Kevin Durant too. It ain't a better player than Kobe Bryant, right? Like, all across the board, defensively, everything, he can do whatever he want on a basketball court whenever he feel like. He can coach the team if he want to. As sorry as D'Antoni been doing the Lakers, guess what? They might want to make Kobe the coach. It wasn't Mike Brown's fault. It was D'Antoni. You know what, Magic Johnson, I don't know if you still owe the percentage. You got $100 million or whatever trillion into the Dodgers. You need to go over to the Staples Center and talk to your boy Jerry Buss, because his son is running the team in the ground. So those are my two whatevers. Like, don't keep putting LeBron and Kobe, LeBron and Michael in the same category. They're not in the same category. Enough said, point blank, period. Memphis Grizzlies. Your general manager, I can't believe he still got a job, because Rudy Gay has been on the tear since he went to Toronto. Now, Rudy Gay is from here. He went to Spalding, so he's like from around here somewhere. Like, yo, that ain't what we do. Like, we don't go to Toronto, but we went, and he done hit 2-3 game winners. I mean, he's just basically, he's upset. He's upset with everybody. So, Memphis, your GM, he shouldn't have a job. I'll call him and tell him whatever. Okay, so.
Let's go back to the All-Star game.
Okay.
Who didn't make?
Okay, listen. This is the list that didn't. This is the snubs that I got. Steph Curry, Golden State. Look him up. I don't care what you do. Serge Ibaka. Serge Ibaka could have. And this is the thing. And then my whole thing is, Dwight Howard. If you hurt, then won't you just go ahead and let Serge Ibaka go to the All-Star game? But the whole big smile thing, and like, dude, for real, come on. Either you hurt or you injured. You ain't injured. You just hurt. Your little feelings hurt. Kobe, lunched out and was like, oh, that ain't how we do things in L.A. Go back, play with Mickey Mouse. And I told my business manager, Eugene LeGrand, shout out to Eugene LeGrand, I said, listen, Ron Artest and Dwight Howard going to get into a fight before the year out. Ron Artest is a straight New Yorker. Like, it's a matter of time before he punch him in his face. I'm telling you how it's going to go down. I'm guaranteeing it. You heard it first on the D Brown Sports Show.
You mean that world peace thing?
Yeah, matter how your name peace and you fighting more than any.
First of all, I need you to just go back to your real name. Because you don't have world peace nowhere in.
Yeah, he needs you. Praise
that's
the Lord.
Another Laker that I don't like.
Yeah, so see, you just don't like nobody.
I don't like the Lakers.
You know what? That's funny. Man, listen, that's crazy. I'm really on this whole All-Star thing, and it's just. I'm blown. Like, I just think they should take it out. That's one thing they should take out of the fans' hands, because you're going to basically consistently vote for the person that you like, and they might be some garbage or having a garbage year, and they still get to vote them in.
Wait a minute. Dwight could have been on the All-Star team for the Water Boy.
Yeah, probably. I mean, but they want him to play, and they want him to squirt water too. I don't know. So, shout out to my man KTR from the Kevin T. Robinson Show. He's still on his little focus tour, whatever. Hey, Kevin, if you get a chance, you here and listen to the show, man. Hey, give me your speaking engagement, man. My daughter, she needs some stuff, man. So I'm just, I'm at a loss for words right now, because the whole NBA game, the NBA weekend is this weekend. Friday they're gonna have like the shooting stars, and then I think Saturday have like the 3-point competition and the dunk contest, and then.
And who was the MVP of last year's All-Star game?
Oh, that's
Kevin Durant.
KD? Yeah, Kevin Durant. I should have known that. Your other son, Kevin Durant. But since I was supposed to work the All-Star game this weekend, and I was instructed that if all of us couldn't go, I couldn't go. So basically, that's how that went. Housewife, work wife, everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy. So that's why I'm here with y'all. But it's cool. I'll be here, you know what I'm saying? Because we the Super Bowl champs, baby. I'll be here until 3 o'clock. I'll be here. All right. So this is my biggest thing today. The ACC has basically went from 8 or 9 teams to like 16 teams. And some of the rivalries that generally would, some of the rivalries that would generally, be in place in the Big East is now in the ACC. This just in from my man Chris. Kevin Garnett has reported that this will be his last All-Star game. Kevin's angry. He needs a girlfriend. Here, hold that. All right.
Kevin needs Jesus.
Yeah. So listen. I'm a kid. I grew up, looking at Big East when Georgetown was at the Capitol Center.
Yeah.
I mean, they played the Cap Center, and then even when they played at the Verizon Center or the MCI Center or whatever. And I was used to them Georgetown-Syracuse matchups. Patrick Ewing.
Oh, man.
And then they had, Pearl Washington. You know what I'm saying? So the Big East had big-time rivalries. And basically what you're doing, Jim Boeheim came out and said, listen, it's the only league I've ever coached in. Now you got to go coach the ACC. Listen, I want to say this on record, too, because I don't want to be no mix-up. Andy Katz, who is the college basketball writer for ESPN, I'm going to need you to take a competency test, because you can't score more than 12. Andy Katz came out and said Notre Dame will be in the mix for the ACC tournament or the ACC title. Let me tell you something. All you Notre Dame people, you can call in. I don't care, 410-481-1010. Notre Dame will not beat Duke. They won't beat Clemson. They won't beat Carolina. They're not going to beat Miami. They're not going to beat NC State, Syracuse. Yeah, but the rest of that, then Maryland's left. Maryland left and went to, what, the Big Ten?
Yeah.
I don't know. They jumped from the frying pan into the fire with gasoline boxes on straight up because you think you can go up there and beat Michigan or Indiana or Michigan State or Purdue, you've lost. So basically, Maryland, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to need y'all to man up. You know, I got my man down there, Bino Ransom. Bino called me. I got a couple of players that you overlooked, and they city kids, and they want to go to Maryland, but that whole situation is funny. But, you know, call me. So I don't really know why Maryland went to the the Big Ten. Maybe it was a money thing. I doubt it because the ACC will pay you the most money basketball-wise than any other conference in the country. So I don't really know why they went.
Well, can someone call us and let us know?
Yeah, somebody from Maryland call me, 410-481-1010. Oh, Patrick Ransom, Bino's brother. If you know the answer to that, call me up, 410-481-1010. Let me know, what's the situation? Why are we dealing with the whole situation of them going to the Big Ten? That's just not going to even seem right. It's not going to even seem right to them going to the Big Ten or whatever, but, they'll play and they'll get it done.
Maybe who's left in the Big East? Yes.
Oh, okay. You got Georgetown, Providence.
No, they get ready to leave.
Well, they formed like the thing called the Big Seven, I think it's called.
But they're leaving.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not going to be no more Big East. It's going to be like a Big Seven. Like the teams that were left in the Big East before I guess the inevitable, which is the Big East is going to dismantle, is Georgetown, Providence, Seton Hall, I think Cincinnati, because Connecticut is going to the ACC. I think they're trying to get in the ACC.
Okay.
And it's just it's a basketball situation. It's not a football situation. Well, they might be because Connecticut's not half bad. But I'm thinking, how are they doing this? Because I'm looking at some schools, you might be good at one, but you're going to die. Now, you're going to get killed in the other one. I don't have it. I don't, nah. What I'm saying? Notre Dame, maybe. Notre Dame, football-wise, they can hang, but basketball, they can't do much of nothing.
Notre Dame.
University of Virginia, Coach London, I need you to stand up. You might want to consider. You might want to consider. I mean, I know you've been in the ACC since it started, but yeah, with all these monsters coming in, you talking about Florida State. Nobody's even talking about Florida State winning the championship no more. Football-wise, they'll be back. Then Miami is the number 3 team in the country. Everybody knows Miami for being a football team. Miami's the number 3 team in the country right now. They got some slick kids coming in. They got a couple. I think they got one kid from this area coming in from St. Joseph, I want to say. They got a kid coming in from this way. And Duke just keeps stockpiling. Like, Duke is like the rich gets richer. Like, every time you look, Duke is getting 2 and 3.
Right.
Coach K. Everybody loves Coach K. Like, everybody loves Coach K. UNC, they got a couple of kids going in. Virginia Tech, football-wise, I'm hoping they bounce back because I like Coach Beamer. That's my guy. But the basketball team's going to suffer. Like, that's just how that works. I mean, everybody has their season. Virginia Tech had their season for like 12 years straight in football. So, Georgia Tech, I don't know what kind of basketball team they plan on putting together for the next couple of years, but
Tech has been out the
but football, though, football-wise, Georgia Tech will survive. They'll survive it. They'll survive it. Boston College. See, that's what I remember. I remember the Big East when they had Boston College.
Oh, man.
Michael Adams was playing for them. Then Georgetown had Patrick Ewing and Freddie Brown threw the ball to the wrong guy. My fault, Freddie Brown. He get real touchy about that.
That was that North Carolina.
Yeah, the North Carolina game.
I was in North Carolina rooting for Georgetown. Yeah, I can tell you I was in front of the TV.
That's why I tell people, listen, because you're from a city, you don't got to be crazy. That ain't how that worked. They had they had Perkins and Jordan and Worthy and Jimmy Black. And what happened to Jimmy Black? Shout out to Jimmy Black. Call me, 410-481-1010. Jimmy Black was like one of the best point guards in the country on that team, and he just disappeared, man. So I'm gonna miss the rivalry. It's gonna be some great rivalries made, like Maryland, Carolina when Len Bias was there. When Len Bias was there, shout out to the University of Maryland. I'm still waiting for an answer why Len Bias is not in your Hall of Fame. I'm still trying to, we got the petition going. You want to sign the petition? We're going to get the website together. You can go online and sign it. Len Bias should be in the University of Maryland's University of Maryland's Hall of Fame. He's not. I'm a little upset about it, but it's cool. So those are the kind of rivalries I'm going to miss. You know what I'm saying? Clemson, Maryland, Clemson. This was before Virginia Tech. Chris, you was too young to remember this. When they used to play on Channel 5.
At 12 o'clock.
At 12 o'clock.
At 12 o'clock.
McDonough Arena, like the size of my living room. That job was like, so all the fans would be on your neck when the ball go out of bounds. Like, you feel the sweat. It was crazy. So, anyway, somebody call in, man, and just tell me, what's going on with the ACC. Excuse me, what's going on with the ACC, and just let us find out. Okay, so once they get everything together, you'll have 16 teams. I don't know how they're going to make that happen. We got my man on line one. Patrick, welcome to the D Brown Sports Show.
Hey, what's up, D? Peace, man. Great show today, man. Hey, look, I'm calling in to comment on the Maryland situation.
Okay, give it to me. Your brother is Bino. Your brother's Bino Ransom, their coach. Anybody has a kid that can play, contact Bino Ransom, University of Maryland's basketball office. Okay, go ahead, Pat.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, Maryland, they needed the money, man. And plus, the Big Ten offered them the TV deal because you have to understand, the Big Ten has the Big Ten television network.
Right. I know that.
That revenue that's going to kick into the University of Maryland sports program is going to fund all of the athletic programs that Maryland was going to get rid of. They were going to get rid of track, and which
they had like a bunch of them on the chopping block. They were going to get rid of a whole lot of programs.
Yeah, and basketball and football funds a lot of programs, even academic programs.
Oh yeah, I know.
And that's what the president of the University of Maryland was getting at. He was like, the money that we're going to get, we can build buildings, we can put money into academia, da-da-da-da-da. But it was more so the money issue because, hey, man, the tuition is going up.
Right.
People don't have jobs. It's backdraft. There's a lot of stuff going on, man, that's affecting everything else.
Okay, Patrick, let me ask you a question. Your brother coached at Xavier, correct?
Yeah.
He came to Maryland when?
He came to Maryland 2 years ago under Gary Williams.
Okay, Coach Williams, that's my guy. I love Coach Williams. I represented Johnny Rose and some other guys. So this was before your brother came when they won the national championship and they went to the Peach Bowl in the same year. So, you do the math as far as how much revenue they got. And, I guess I don't want to ask nobody about what happened to the money because everybody look at me like I'm crazy. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you a question. I mean, I know you got to be kind of careful because your brother and you don't want to fight with him and all that. Do you think Len Bias deserves to be in the University of Maryland Hall of Fame?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Have you and your brother ever had this conversation?
That's what you have to understand, though, D. It's a process. Because down at Maryland, I love Maryland. I grew up in Maryland, and I graduated from Morgan.
Okay.
MSU. But look, it's like this.
Shout out to Morgan State.
Everything takes time because I've spoken with Johnny Holliday that does Maryland basketball and football.
Yeah.
And I said, when I look at Duke and Carolina, I see former players in the stands. I'm seeing that at Maryland now. I saw Buck Williams, Lenny Elmore, Tom McMillan, Mo Howard, Johnny Rhodes is there, Lonnie Baxter, Warren Williams is at all the games. And I said, we had to they reached out to Ernie Graham last year and
that's what's up.
Retired. They didn't. I think they honored his number.
Ernie Graham, Baltimore, legend, stand up.
Yeah, but anyway, Maryland gonna be okay, man. They're gonna get back on the map. But you don't let Kevin Durant, Mike Beasley, Rudy Gay. You don't let them get out of the state of Maryland.
Well, they got the kid. Roddy, the kid from Suitland.
Peters from
Suitland. Roddy Peters from Suitland. But they got a kid out at Finlay Prep. The kid, Stan, he left. He's from here.
Stanford Robertson.
Stanford Robertson. He went to Finlay out in Vegas. Let me tell you something. D.C., Baltimore, D.C., y'all should be real proud of yourself because we breed them here. Like, we get football players every now and then, but we breed basketball players here. And for them to go to other schools and you're like, man, where's this kid from? Scotty Reynolds and, like, it's no way these kids should leave this area. So somebody had to do something. You have to basically, that's why I guess they bought your brother from Xavier. He's a this area guy. He can get in and talk to the family. But, we got to stop doing that. I mean, you look up on a team. If you go down to any team, you look at their top 2 or 3 kids they talk about coming out in the draft, football or basketball. I guarantee you one of their kids is from D.C., Maryland, or Northern Virginia. I guarantee you.
You better believe it, man.
So your brother came from Xavier. He's here now. I know the coach over there is trying to do some things differently. Like, what is it about? Let me ask you this. You might can't answer this. Why do you think that we can't keep kids in state? Is it a thing where kids just want to go all the way to school?
Well, you have to understand this. See, Gary Williams was the type of guy where it's a new culture out there now and then. You know this.
Yeah.
High school coaches are relevant, and AAU coaches are extremely relevant.
That was my next question.
So Gary was, he went to Maryland in the '60s. He won the national championship with a blue collar team.
Right.
Even though Warren, my homeboy, and I love Warren, and he's nice. He's from Calvert Hall. Wasn't highly recruited. He was a diamond in the rough for Maryland, and he just shot the lights out, and the rest is history.
Right. Okay. Let me ask you this question real quick, Pat. Do you think? I had this debate with so many people, everybody just look at me like I'm crazy. Do you think AAU has messed up high school basketball?
That's a good question because look at Otto Porter for Georgetown. He didn't play a game of AAU ball, and look how good he is.
Yeah.
Okay, and the thing of it is that anybody can get an AAU program, and that doesn't necessarily mean that the kid's going to be good. To some degree it has, but it doesn't affect Duke. And
right.
AAU players all on that squad.
Well, the reason why I asked, because I was having a discussion the other day, and I told them, I said, listen, when I went, because in D.C. it used to be, I guess they call it middle school now, junior high school was 7th, 8th, and 9th, so you didn't go to high school to 10th grade. Mm-hmm. So the summer from my 9th to my 10th grade, I was playing for Theodore Roosevelt, I walked into Sitwell Friends basketball gym, and Bobby Crimmins, Dean Smith, and John Thompson were sitting right next to each other having a conversation, because you knew where to go. I think I might even seen Sonny Vaccaro run through there a couple of times, but you knew where you knew where you had to go to basically see a player. So my first experience, 9th grade going to 10th grade, Flint Hill had Dennis Scott and Sam Jefferson, and then McKinley Tech had Anthony Tucker, and then Coolidge had, they had Dave Butler, and then Spingon just had went off that 31-0 team, and then DeMatha kept studs, Gerard Mustaff, Tony Gwynn.
Man, that's legendary.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So, and then AAU comes, and you're saying, okay, listen, we'll give you free shoes, we're going to fly you all around the country, you're going to play in Vegas, you're going to play in Cali, and you'll play all year round. Why would I play high school basketball? Like, why would I?
Yeah, that's true. AAU has a lot of influence on kids as to where they're going to go to high school and prep school or parochial school.
Wow.
It's all logged in the mix. So I look at it like this. What you're doing and trying to do, you've already done this, to have some symposiums with parents and coaches and children to steer them in the right direction as far as being eligible through the NCAA. That's admirable because that's what we need. We need to educate more of the parents. And then once you educate, like my son, he's in the 9th grade, goes to Calvert Hall, he's playing football. I'm a sports guy, and I'm on top of it.
Right.
So we need to get more parents involved, from the academic perspective to understand what's going on because we got good kids out here, and our children just need an opportunity. But like you had a caller on, no books, no ball, baby. Yeah,
that's my man. That's my man Ray. That's my man Ray Farmer. Him and I spoke, and I think this. Like I was telling him, my publicist, she does a very good job of putting things together. She has to deal with me every day, so that's when I get rich, she's definitely gonna be the first person I need to pay. But she puts a lot of symposiums together, and when you charge people stuff, everybody come. When you say, "Listen, I'm gonna give it to you for free," nobody come. I'm like, how backwards is that? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. But look, man, what we're going to do, and I'm glad I'm going to get into partnership with you, we're going to blow the DMV up, man, as far as symposiums and educating parents and just getting these kids in school. Because there are a lot of kids in the 11th and 12th grade. After high school, the ones that's not highly recruited, they're stuck. They don't go anywhere.
And I'm glad you brought that up. One of the reasons why I bought this, we came with the symposium was I was a guy that I tell people all the time, like, listen, at one point in my life, that's all I did was I got kids in school, didn't charge them, didn't do anything. Mm-hmm. So we had a young man come through our symposium, Chris Burnett. Mm-hmm. Went to St. John's University. I guess he wasn't highly recruited. He's probably like a little, couple of inches shorter than you want your linebacker to be, but he's a stud. He can play. Mm-hmm. He signed a scholarship to go to West Virginia State. So it may not be the Dukes and the Carolinas, but at the end of the day, you get your degree. And if you do it exactly how I tell you to do it at the symposium, If you do it exactly like that, you'll walk out of there not only with your degree, but with your graduate degree too. And then you can walk up in somebody's office and throw it on their table with your transcript and put your hands on your hips and say, "Where do I sit? Where do I start?"
hey, look, I'm gonna just say this and I'm out, man. My brother was a Division II All-American at New Hampshire College,
right,
in Manchester, New Hampshire. When he told me, I said New Hampshire College, but he was an SAT casualty.
Uh-huh.
And they don't prop guards, unless you like Iverson or something like that. So he was being recruited by a lot of the northeastern schools because he went to prep school in Massachusetts, the Winston School.
Right.
But I stayed behind him. He graduated. He got into coaching. And I said, see, there's a lot of guys that made it to the NBA. They're out on the street right now. No education. They have nothing.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Next week, I'm gonna get copies of this. It was a documentary done on ESPN called "Broke," and I want to basically, I'm just gonna get a stack of them. Any coach, any player that want a copy, I'm gonna leave a couple at the radio station. Just come past, it's free. I ain't gonna charge you no money, but you have to see this documentary. Hey, Pat, man, I appreciate you, man. Hey, I'll get with you right out of get off the air, baby.
Okay, then.
All right, be
Take
cool.
Care. Good show, D.
All right. That was my man Patrick Ransom, his brother Beano Ransom, coach down at the University of Maryland. Man, shout out, like I said, to my publicist, my intern / engineer. Shout out to Kenworth Housing Project, where I grew up at. We're going to be shooting a documentary over there soon. My publicist she's basically fed up with me right now. It's Valentine's Day. I don't care nothing about her being mad at me. Also, man, shout out this segment of this whole show of D Brown Sports Show has been brought to you by Solivate.com. Go to Solivate.com.